So today we have new installation for this bad boy. Right up here. Can you guys guess what it is? As you guys can see, the box says, how do you pronounce it? VEVOR? VEVOR? Get some opening this up. If you can't see it, take this off and then maybe you guys can possibly see it. It is a 15, I think it's a 15 or 14 gallon boom sprayer. As most of you guys know, I have 20 acres of property, and a little backpack sprayer wasn't doing it, the spot sprayer. It's just insane. And it's either I'm using a spot sprayer or buying a boom sprayer, or I'm weed whacking for a couple hours a week. And I don't want to be weed whacking because you got the tiring. Here's the boom. You guys can see it. Great quality. It seems like, actually. Let me put that there. Some more styrofoam. We have this guy. It's a nice size. Can you guys see that there? Nope, you can't. Okay, I'll bring it up right now. And we have the spot sprayer itself and some brackets. This is actually an ATV spot sprayer, so it goes on the back of an ATV on the back rack, but I'm sure I can make some modifications for it to fit on my zero turn. Spray this up here. Okay, this seems pretty loose, so that should get tightened up. So we have a flow pump motor, and the cool thing about this is you connect it directly to your battery, either on your ATV or mower or whatever you're using it on. And let's see, I feel like some stuff are missing. I feel like I'm missing a hose or something. I actually think I am missing a hose, and I'm not happy about that, because I was excited to get this thing installed. And there's no hose. Wait. Wow. They put everything in here, which I guess was smart for shipping costs, as far as having a bigger box, because I do know they charge shipping is per weight and size of box. But yeah, so we have everything here. Oh look, it actually has some straps, so that should work out great. Then we have more brackets, which should work out even better. And we have a decent sized hose, and we also have alligator clips along with a quick disconnect. Perfect, awesome. For the price of $150, this is actually the cheapest boom sprayer I came across, and it was actually on back order. But I applied for the email update for when this thing would be back in stock, and actually 2 days, it was on back order for 2 weeks, and after applying or signing up for the updates, I got an email within 2 days, and I placed the order right away, so that worked out great. I got this thing. I actually got this thing shipped, ordered, and delivered within 3 business days, which I'm super happy about. Super happy about. About to see how I can screw this on top of the. Either it's gonna go on top of the motor right here, which kind of looks tacky, or I'm gonna bring it up somewhere here, which would work out better. And I am gonna need instructions to see where or how the brackets go. Okay. The instructions are actually pretty clear, so that's even better. It has a bunch of pictures. I don't read much instructions. I just look at the picture and kind of wing it after that. Some people do read it, some people don't. Like I said, I don't. But everything is super clear. Everything is here, which is great. Super happy about this purchase because I did need this. And it seems like this goes on the bottom. So it definitely seems like this goes here. This. It does have some brass tappings in there or some kind of thing. And I think I can get away with screwing this. No, maybe not there. Actually had to go get a 10mm socket, and I also got myself a crescent wrench because I'm gonna start tightening these things up, and we're gonna start figuring out a way because sun's coming out and it's getting hot. I wish I had a Loctite. I don't have a Loctite here. If not, I would have a Loctite. Don't over tighten this. Just do hand tighten, just because it's plastic and the brass is probably just melted on there. It's not. I don't think it's too sturdy. But yeah, just hand tighten it. And then okay, guys, as you guys can see, it's a concept. It's not permanent. I actually don't really like it up here because it's gonna interfere with the engine. It's not touching any hot components, so it's not gonna melt. I'm not afraid of that. I just don't like it up there. What I will be doing, I will be making a small ledge. Either I'm bringing out some brackets this way, or either 2 brackets coming out this way and this way, or I'm just gonna make a pretty big panel where it lays on this. I'll tap some holes into this and I'll drill it. Or I might just follow these rails, to be honest with you, and bring it from up top all the way down here, and I can easily bring it out and push it back in if I do some oval holes, just so I can adjust the size. When I'm not using this, I don't want this being in the way. The point of having 0 turn is so you can turn in small spaces, and with this thing it's going to be about another 2 feet extending out. But for now, I do have this temporary setup, which will work out perfect. I'll also see how far it sprays. I'll see how far it sprays, and I'll see how well it works. Like I said before, this is for the boom itself. How does it go? How does it go? And it goes like this, and then you test this. Or do I want to do? Yeah, I want it this way. Maybe this way. maybe this long. Just in case. Yeah, I should have it that long. That should work out perfect. So we first adding some screws, 1, 2, and on the third one. The straps they provided were okay if you were using the ATV rack we're using on ATV, but since I'm actually trying to mount this on a so only one screw lines up, which is weird. But since I'm trying to mount this up to a 0-turn mower, which isn't meant for it, I have to figure it out. Okay, so these screws line up. These screws line up. No, they don't. So it's every two. So these screws only line up every two. You try to start on the third one, they won't line up, which sucks because I can't go that low. Actually, I won't go that low. I don't want to hit anything. I don't want to break this. I don't want to break the boom itself. That's actually what I will be using the most. Take that tighten up well. Kind of thing is this. So this cutout is missing here, which is gonna throw me off completely. Okay, so that's weird. Super weird. Yeah, it's missing a cutout, so it's gonna go on the edge somewhat. Not like that. So it's gonna be leaning towards the right side more. Not sure if it's supposed to be like that, but I don't like it. I wanted it centered on the machine, and it won't be. Jesus, it doesn't even reach. Gotta really move it all the way. Had these hooks. I forgot. Okay. So there we go. Back in the box. Let's see. So we have the hose. Not have two hoses? How does this work? Guy's gonna go here. we have a stainless steel brass spot sprayer. Pretty cool. Nice quality. It does have some brackets for it, but doesn't fit. It doesn't fit because this should be out a little bit more. But that's the concept. We also have a rubber gasket for the top, right? For the lid. For the lid. On the rubber gasket. So those screws itself are horrible connection. These rubber, where are they? These rubber female connectors are completely garbage. Once they're getting connected to the plastic pieces, but for brass it works very well. But for the plastic, it's rubber. It's not connecting at all. That's actually why it's taking me so long to connect that. All right, we're gonna give it a go and see if it leaks or anything. I'm trying to screw it in as much as I can, but I really don't know if it's gonna hold. Anyways, we'll put all the tools away. I'll be needing this guy. We all know how alligator clips work. So negative with negative. Right. Positive with positive. Okay, trying to get this out the way. There we go. And positive with positive. Red is positive, negative is black. For those of you that don't know, we'll close this back up. Keep the wires out the way. And I'll actually bring this around the seat. We'll connect that there. So I guess there isn't a controller for this. But it seems like we'll be under pressure. Okay, there we go. So that's water. I didn't realize there wasn't some type of controller. So that's actually gonna suck. Okay, so we'll close it. We'll close that up, and we'll put some water in there. As you guys can see, it's not the best setup because, like I said, it's temporary until I make some brackets for this. Either a ledge on this side or some two studs or two rails coming out the frame of the zero turn. And that's if I leave it on this unit. I might end up putting it on my ride-on mower. I do have a Husqvarna, some old machine I don't use. I'll remove the deck and I'll strictly use that for spraying weeds, which should work out perfect. One thing I do not like is we don't have a shut-off switch, so it's either you're unplugging it or you're not having it connected, either or. So that went on, and this is basically your shut-off switch here. This is your pressure valve. I'm not too sure what it's doing. It's just spiking. But we'll turn this thing on. I only have water in here. Make sure your jets are facing the correct way. They're both facing out. They are spraying backwards instead of downwards, which I guess is great if you're using some type of health hazard chemical. this thing is rubber, and it just wasn't lining up with this. It was kind of weird. And I do have my 2x4s here, just so it doesn't sit on the engine. It is sitting on metal rails, and the rail itself is sitting on the 2x4, which is gonna work out fine for now. But I will be changing the setup. And as you guys can see, the boom itself is also more towards my right, just because it didn't come with holes here, I guess, on the rail, so I can't move it to the left. I can't even move it anymore. That's actually where it's gonna sit. But yeah, I think it should work out perfect. And I'll turn this on. I'm actually on the gravel just so that you guys can see how far it sprays. Open up the valve. Let's see how that sprays. It's doing great. It's covering a lot of surface actually. That's just water too. That's nothing, no chemicals in there or nothing. Yeah, it's spraying nicely. I can possibly also move this just so it doesn't spray, so there isn't any overspray in the middle. But that works out perfect. I'm gonna go and shut this off. I'm gonna go mow with the tractor, and then I'll do a pass with the chemicals. This is what I'll be using. See how that turns out. It's covering great actually. It's doing a great job covering a big amount of surface. Super happy with it. And the pump itself is actually very quiet as well. You can't hear it. Once you have the tractor going, you really can't hear that. Not that you're gonna have it going with the tractor off, because it is connected to the battery. Then you will drain the battery. But overall, I'm super happy with it. I'll keep you guys posted.